So guys, welcome back to the channel. I've had a few requests recently, a few emails asking me to do some tricks that you can do impromptu, anywhere you are, anytime. Okay, so I'm going to be showing you a trick you can do with any deck. So I'll show you what it looks like and then we'll jump straight into the tutorial. So all that said, let's just jump straight into it. So we're going to start by getting the spectator to select any card. Obviously you can check the deck beforehand. It's just a regular deck of playing cards, all shuffled up. They can be mixed up to begin with as well, it doesn't really matter. The idea is the spectator will select any card. Let's say they select this one right here. I won't look at it for the purposes of the performance, but you can look at the card right now and remember it. What we're going to do is just going to place that card on top of the pack and cut it into the middle of the deck, just like that. And just in case you don't believe it, we are actually going to cut the deck a few more times, just in case you think the card is somewhere near the top, or if it's anywhere on the bottom, it is not. Okay? So the idea is I'm going to get 5 attempts to try and find your card, because actually finding a spectator's card is quite difficult sometimes. So I'm going to give myself 5 attempts to do so. So I'm going to give the card a cut around about here. There we go, that should do it. Was this your card here, the Jack of Diamonds? No, it wasn't. Okay, that's fine. But that will count as 1 attempt. Okay, so we'll try again. I'll give the cards a few cuts, just like this, and we'll take a look at the next card I cut to. Was your card the Queen of Hearts? No. Okay, that's fine. Okay, and we'll give the cards a few more cuts. Was your card this one here? No. Okay. It doesn't look like it's going too well. That is 3 attempts out of 5, but we'll give it another shot. Maybe if we do a bit of a fancy little, maybe one of these, we'll give cards. Okay, perfect. Was your card the 4 of Hearts? I've only picked red cards here, but was your card that card? No. Okay, that's fine. I got 1 more attempt, so let's make this one a bit more special. Give the cards a few cuts, and we'll just cut at a random point. There we go. Was your card the King of Clubs? No, it wasn't. Okay, that's fine. That's absolutely fine. I have used up all 5 of my attempts, so I don't really know what to do at this point. But we'll give another shot with the same 5 attempts. We'll see if you've made a mistake here instead of me. Okay, so we've got these 5 cards here once again. All I'm going to do is I'm going to run through them once again, and you're just going to tell me if your card is in the packet. So was your card this card right here? No, okay, that's fine, that's absolutely fine. Was your card this card right here? No, okay. I am running out of faith. I don't want to run through them all so quickly, which is why I'm switching them up a bit. Was your card the 4 of Hearts? No. Okay, and the final 2, we'll just do them at the same time. Were these your card? Nope. Okay, that's fine. We'll try something a little bit different. Since we're using Deadpool cards, we're going to resort to a bit of violence. What I want you to do is just hold your fist out like this with your knuckles together, and I'm going to just slide this packet of cards in between your knuckles like this. Trying to grip on there, but not so tight that they're not going to drop. You'll see what I mean in just a second. So just grip very lightly on the cards, and all I'm going to do is apply a little bit of violence. Sometimes it takes a bit of effort to actually do that, but there is 1 card left, and I'm assuming none of those are your cards, but hopefully with a bit of magic and the little hits that I applied, we've turned your card into the 10 of Hearts, and that is your selection. So that is the performance of this trick. It didn't end the way I wanted to do. It shouldn't really take 4 slaps, but hey ho, I was probably gripping too tight. So if you want to learn how to perform that, then stick around for the tutorial. If not, then please make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Comment down below what you want to see in the future, and I shall see you in the tutorial section or next time. So yeah, see you in a second. So that is a very basic trick that I learned quite a while ago, and I perform it whenever someone asks me to do a trick and I don't really have anything in mind. I just go straight to this, or a free card Monty, the one I taught last time is what I usually perform as well. But yeah, this is another one of the tricks I perform when I don't really have anything in mind. Okay, so yeah, so you're just gonna need a regular deck of cards, as I said in the performance, and the cards can be shuffled, it really makes no difference. So you start off by getting the spectator to select a card. It doesn't matter which card it is. Let's say it's the 10 of diamonds. So we did the 10 of hearts for the performance, so we'll do the 10 of diamonds for the tutorial, I guess. So what you're going to want to do with the 10 of diamonds is you want to control it to the second position from the bottom of the deck. Now the way I did it in the performance, very simple. I didn't want to do anything too complicated because I can't be bothered. But what I did in the performance is what I did in the last performance I did with the free card Monty. Did the same control, where I just placed the card on top of the deck, and then I did the same false cut, where I take the bottom of the deck first, swing it over the top, and then just place the top back on top. Okay, so that's what it looks like. Very deceptive, very simple. Okay, obviously you can do something a bit more fancy if you want to, but the way I do it is I start by controlling it to the top of the pack, and then what I want to do is double undercut the top two cards to the bottom of the deck. So all you're going to need to do is just run your finger up the deck, grab a pinky break, and you've got two cards above your break there, including the spectator selection on top. And all you're going to do is double undercut that to the bottom. So once you get your break with and converted it to a fun break, you're just going to cut all of these cards below it above those two cards here in small sections. So you go, let's say one packet, then two packets, and then you can do the third packet just by placing the rest on the table, and just drop the bottom packet on top. So what that's done is it's controlled the spectator's selection to second from the bottom of the deck. Okay, so that's what you need to do. In full speed it should look a bit something like this. So let's say the spectator selects the card, we place it on top, we say we cut it into the middle of the pack, and just to make sure it's definitely lost, we're going to give the cards a few more cuts. So just completely bet the fuck out of that card. Ooh, that hurt a lot. Okay, so it's fine. We've controlled the card to second from the bottom, as I just said. And now the next move is we're going to do a few of the same moves over and over again. I'm trying to remember the name of the move. I think it's called the glide. It's called the glide, yes. What you're going to need to do is you're going to pretend to cut the deck. So you're going to do a false cut the first time, and then the rest of it doesn't really matter. But the first time you say you're going to try and cut to the spectator's card, you give yourself 5 attempts. Okay. So what you do is you do a false cut. I just do a basic swivel cut that we did in the last performance. I didn't really go through it, but if you know any false cuts, then feel free to just implement them when you can. Okay. I will probably do a few tutorials on some false cuts in the future, actually, just in case anyone wants that. Then please let me know down in the comments. So with all that said, once you've done your false cut, you're going to then show the spectator the bottom of the deck, and it's not going to be their card, obviously, because their card is going to be underneath, which is where the glide moves comes into play, which is very simple. So you show them the bottom of the deck, holding the deck like this, and all you're going to do when you place the deck back facing downwards is you're going to use these fingers here, and you're going to use your fingers to just drag that card slightly downwards. Okay, so you show the card and then you drag the card down. Okay, and what this enables you to do when your hand is downwards is you're able to grab the card underneath that card or above that card, depending on perspective, and you're just going to drop it on the table as if you're taking off the King of Hearts there. In fact, you're just placing the spectator's selected card. Okay, so full speed, you'd cut the cards, you'd say, is this your card? They say no. You say, oh well, we've got 4 more attempts, so you're just going to grab what seems to be the card you just showed them. Okay, Now, there is a little thing you can do to make this a little bit more deceptive here. Is you can do I didn't do this in the performance, but I realised this might make it a little bit better. Because obviously, if you show them the King of Hearts, and the King of Hearts is not going to actually end up in the final packet, or the first card you show them is not going to end up in the final packet, which may cause a few people to think, oh, I thought I saw that card. Obviously, it does come with a bit of a trade-off, but you'll see what I mean in a minute. But what you can do is double undercut the top card to the bottom, just like this. And that way you've got now a different card on top of the card you've just shown. And then all you need to do in that case is show the 9 of Hearts, say your card the 9 of Hearts, and then you can do that and just place that card on top. And then you can keep doing the same thing essentially, keep double undercutting the cards until you end up with 5 cards. And that essentially means you're showing 4 cards that the spectator sees, and they are going to end up in this pile, but one of them won't. But that's fine. So you show them now that we've got the 7 of Clubs here. Is your card the 7 of Clubs? They say no. We drop that down. It doesn't matter. We do another glide move. And now exactly what we're going to do now is exactly the same thing. We do another double undercut, just like this. Double undercutting the top card to the bottom once again. We show a different card. Is it the 2 of Diamonds? They say no. Okay. And then we do one last card. And now this card that we showed last, after we did this last double undercut, won't end up in the packet, but hopefully no one will really notice that. So we do the same thing as your card, the 5 of Hearts. They say no, we just strip off. Actually, for that one, if you do want to just take the 5 of Hearts for the last card, or the last card you showed, you can just genuinely take that one because it's the latest card. So they're not going to remember the 2 of Diamonds in a minute, and they will. Everything else will be fine. It doesn't really. You don't have to do that. You can do what I did in the performance and just show the first card and switch it, and then just genuinely take the next 4 cards. But I prefer to do this actually now, so I'm going to do that in future performances. If that's a bit confusing, please just comment down below and I'll do another tutorial. I realised I went on a bit of a tangent because I realised how I could possibly improve the trick after I did the performance. But either way, so this is what you end up with. You've got the spectator's card on the bottom of the packet, and then you've got 4 of the random cards on top. And as you're picking up the packet, you're just going to be playing with the cards just like this. You say, so I've got 5 cards here. You say none of them are yours, but we're going to actually double check that, okay? So you can move the deck off to the side now, and you're going to do the exact same thing again. You're going to show the bottom card, which is not going to be their card, so you see the card, the 5 of Hearts. Actually don't say the name of the card, because you are going to go back to this card. I keep forgetting to do that. So whenever the first card you show in the packet of 5, don't say the name of, just say is this your card, because you're going to be coming back to the same card at the very end and it might be a bit discrepant. So they want to pay as little attention to this card as possible, okay? So you say, is this their card? They say no. You're going to do the glide move again, and you're going to place the spectator's card down on the bottom, okay? And now all you're going to do is just take that next card and place it back on top. And you're going to keep doing this over and over again and not really explaining why you're doing it. It doesn't really matter. But yeah, so now you show a different card. This is the King of Hearts here, and you are genuinely going to take this card. Okay, then you take the next card, you flip it, and then you've got the 7 of Clubs here. And then you can just take that card, and then you show the last 2 cards at the same time, place them on top. So now apparently the spectator's seen these 5 cards twice, and their card has not been in there, which is pretty impressive for what's about to happen. So as the last bit, you ask the spectator to place their hand in a fist, and then you're going to place the card in between their knuckles like this. Now, you don't want to apply too much grip, otherwise you'll do what I did in the performance, which is end up hitting the cards a bunch of times and possibly bending them, which is not great. So you don't want them to grip too tightly, so just very lightly grip, and then when you smack the cards, there we go, what will happen is the top 4 cards will come out first essentially. But if you do it in one hit, it looks very impressive, and then you'll end up with the spectator selection in their hands. So that's basically how to perform this trick. I don't really know the name of it, but you'll see what I title it anyway. So with all that said, I hope you enjoyed today's performance and tutorial, and if you want to see any tutorials for false cuts in the future, please let me know. And with all that said, I shall see you in the next one. Goodbye.